Hey, welcome back to Happy Little Node Trees. I am your host, Greg, and today we're going to continue walking along, my thoughts on how to emulate film stocks. Like I've done a couple other videos. You can look at those. There are links somewhere on me initially testing out this new way of doing a film print emulation. And the first two videos were recorded about a month ago, and now made a little progress in thought. So yeah, we're going to talk about how I went from this, or well, not how I got to this, from let's just say this. Like this is what it was, and we made it to look like this. And the funny thing is, in this setup, we're pretty much, yeah, there's no IDT turned on. It is just what it is. So, and coming out, we are using a DRT called OpenDRT in this setup, but it's done in a really unique way that I'll talk about. The thing is, technically don't need it. There's ways we can, look at this image and talk about what's going on. But yeah, let's just start from scratch, eh? So yeah, we got the scopes up, we got the monitor up. We can switch back to the blank version and just talk about what we got going on there. You can see that it's the same as like this. This is actually, so this was the double die 3-strip method, and this is this double die composite method of what you see here. But yeah, like this one, this one's really cool because we're going from blank version. There is nothing turned on any node tree, any level. And we're going to this. Oops, not that. Go back to here. And we're going to go to this. I'm going to talk about these nodes. There's nothing on this page. All of these nodes do things. We'll talk about them. And then we don't have anything turned on here. So this would normally be our color space transform. It's turned off. But the image looks fantastic. It's coming in how it was encoded from the camera. And I'm going to talk about my theory on that. But what we can say is here, on the way out, this is technically the last node. There is no change. There is no color space transform on the way out. It is all a clean shot to go from the camera, which I don't technically know what the camera was. It was recorded in log, to here. So there's that. And it looks nice. And I don't have a problem with that. But you can see, if we drop it back to the undone state, just normal, what you'd expect log footage to look like. And then, yeah, technically what we're doing throughout all this process is going to make it be there. So let's just dive right back into our bathtub girl. Let's pretend they're the same person. And we're going to just bring up the node tree. I'm not going to build it from scratch. It's going to take too long because there is a lot going on here. And this is the complex one. So if we just pop back to here, you can see there is no IDT. It's coming in straight as the camera. And as I showed you, it is, just what you'd expect log footage to look like. Flat, non-expanded kind of just, yeah, 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 yeah. And we're just gonna go boop, pop that up there, and we're gonna look at, going from, I mean, we can turn that on. It doesn't do anything. I mean, we can even go, if we wanted to, we could go into this blank version and just see what, let's just start with that. Yeah, let's turn on a couple nodes. So let's turn on, yeah, this is the blank version. Let's just go, what is going on here? Let's go grab this. I'm pretty sure this was red, but I could be wrong. Go back to here. These are just some diagnostic nodes, so we'll just add that in and we'll just paste. Turn that on. So that does nothing because we don't have any output DRT going on. So we'll just go, let's just see. what happens if we drop this guy here, go open DRT. Right. So boom. So yeah, this would be normally what you would see. So this would be if we're going from our input transform, red color log, to Davinci wide gamut, to our output OpenDRT, which is going from Davinci wide gamut to Rec 709, gamma 2.4, and that's it. That's a nice image, but that is not, we started with log, and I'm telling you, I didn't need that DRT to get to where I'm going. And so this is the dye set. This is a little bit richer. It's got a different texture, a different tone, different tonality. We can turn that off because I'm not using that. Bloop. There's nothing going on here. These are my normal gamma linear exposure things. But here's where we're going to have all this magic going on. So let's just start with. So this footage coming in, we want to make sure we don't have negatives. Negatives are problematic for how this is set up. After that, we do have a line bump. This is a DCTL from Jed. Somebody, he's a really smart guy. I can, if I remember, I'll link it in the description, but it is just a linear exposure adjustment, and it maintains your chroma color, so your chromaticity. So it doesn't really affect how the colors look, and that's kind of important to what we're trying to accomplish here. From there, we have contour, which I've done another video on from Colin Kelly, which honestly, right now everything is turned off, but so stat curve, everything's turned off but the contrast curve. I like it. I should do a video on just the contrast curve. So we have a pretty steep contrast curve going. We are saying it's just using Davinci Wide Intermediate. And we can just go bloop, bloop, bloop. Maybe make this steeper. Yeah, let's bring that board that up, but just maybe slant that. Yeah, it's looking maybe a little bit nicer. Maybe give it a little more tooth. A little less tooth. More tooth. More tooth. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Not minding that at all. So then we have this. Now you can see from contour, we're splitting off into 3 different veins. And so we can go into this compound node and see what's going on here. So yeah, we come in with 3 and we go out with 4. So what this is the dye sim, which I've linked for these videos in the description below. This one is currently set up. These are all fairly the same. What's happening here is they're split along their color channel. So this is red, green, blue, red, green, blue. And the thing that we did with that, let's just make a little bit more space. Drop those clips. We can leave. Yeah, drop the timeline. See what's going on here. So yeah, we can see what's going on here. This is set up. So this is set up to be the negative print of Kodak Eastman 5127. It's that fancy one. It's the one that did Star Wars, Indiana Jones, all the really cool movies of the late 70s, early 80s that everyone loves and is everyone striving to emulate and be a film print emulation. This is the capture side of things. So we have it set up. If we draw the dye density curve, you can see it's weird. We have to actually composite all 3 of these together because what we're doing is we've taken the max value of the channel we're not observing and turned them off. So it's at 0. Right there. So we're at 0, and then we drop them in. So this isn't the actual curve that we want. This is the actual curve, which I think if I go like this, click highlight, and you'll be able to see it. Yep, there it is. So this is actually the curve. Let's see. Let me see if I can bring up on the big screen what I'm talking about here. Let's see here. So yeah, so this is this is the Kodak Eastman. This is for 5247. So everything, you can see what we're modeling is the spectral sensitivity curve. So we've kind of logged a general peak and mean to where the peaks are and kind of try to shape it. The thing to pay attention to is the neutral density and how this curve flows across the board. And yeah, the dye density simulation has its limitations for how to draw those curves. But you can see when we have all three plotted like that, we're going to get a general thing that has a neutral density that kind of looks like this. And that's what we're kind of trying to plot. So one thing we could do is think about silver left. Silver left, you can see, we'll switch back over, silver left. Oops, we don't want to break it. So we want silver left. Yellow left is the one that would be the one that tweaks it and brings that back down. So yeah, it excuse me. So yeah, that is our dye sim curve. And you can see we're modeling parts of it at each phase. And in all, it's making that composite view of what we have going on. T100, this next set of nodes, this is a, you can call it, so once we've done that, we've only observed what's coming through on the 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 dyes that would be activated. We're set it to M density. So all that's coming through is red, green, and blue, because we've segmented that off with the dye sim. But this T100 is a magic sauce thing that kind of just purifies that signal. You can see here in highlight mode, it's kind of a weak looking, where's that red, and stuff like that. This kind of just purifies and makes color negative. So this is black, red is the different shades. Anything that isn't black is just red, and that's just shades of where the red hue is, and that's the same for here. Oops. I'm working on writing my own code for it being a DCTL. I'm not there yet. I'm not that smart, but it just purifies the channels, and then we're just putting those channels. We can see here, 1 and 2 add them back together, and yeah, that is our thing. And what we have about this is that flow. We can look at that and go, well, it's very warm. It's got a little warmth there, and that's one of the reasons people talk about why they really like how the negative stock, what goes into the camera, is so nice for those movies. Is that it has this warm touch to it, not too much. You can see this. Your eyes will actually get used to it long enough, and you'll see that the green leaves in the back are green. We were actually to go and sample any of this with the 3D cube, you would see that those leaves are brown. But if you stare at that image long enough, those leaves start to look green. And that is something really cool with how our eyes and our cognition tells us that leaf should be green. There's enough color information here for me to discern and decompose this image to say that's green. But that warm touch is what we have. So we have those 3 channels coming back out as we come out. And we're going over to, hey, I'm going to take a break right now. We're going to check out the next video. It should be automatically linked here. I just wanted to break this footage up into 3 parts. Watch all of them, enjoy them. We're going to walk through my double dye sim on a triple stack and my double dye sim on a single track, and how I structured all those nodes. And yeah, crazy. Her jacket, not blue. Anyways, till next time. It's been groovy.